The Nikon ZFC is a very good camera. It's beautiful and compact with a nice viewfinder, and its image quality and colors can rival even the best from Fujifilm. The problem is that Nikon offers only one native autofocus APS-C prime lens and Fujifilm has many. So I'm going to combine them using this autofocus adapter that nobody is talking about, because I want to use my Nikon ZFC with compact prime lenses that have autofocus and aperturing. So my plan is simple, use my Nikon ZFC out in the streets of London with the magical Fujinon XF 35mm f1.4 lens, and I'm going to find out if this Frankenstein combo can actually work in real life. First, I needed to get the Boryoza FX2Z autofocus adapter. I tried to reach out to the manufacturer to gain more information and try to get a free sample for the test. But I couldn't find the name of the company that actually makes it, so I had to buy it from eBay. Usually I'm happy to spend some money on interesting photography gear, but this was $250 for an adapter that may not work and that I won't be able to return or resell. At least one eBay seller offered me a discount. In the end, I decided to get the adapter no matter what. Many of you asked me to review it, and worst case I could always make a video about how it doesn't work and save you from all the hassle. The adapter arrived some weeks later and didn't give me a great first impression. I love how thin it is, but the electronic contacts look fragile. I would not be throwing this in my bag together with other random stuff. The instructions said to first attach the adapter to the lens and then mount it on the camera, which makes sense and works well. I chose to use my favorite Fujifilm lens, the XF35 1.4. Seeing it on my ZFC already felt like a win. It's such an interesting setup. I turned the camera on and the autofocus worked. This particular lens doesn't focus as fast on the Nikon ZFC as it does, for example, on the Fujifilm X-T5. I would say its speed is like on the X-E3, which was always fast enough. It's possible the focusing speed will be faster on more recent Nikon cameras. The focus accuracy didn't seem to be a problem either. Aperturing worked and the aperture changes showed in EVF on the LCD and on the small display on top of the camera. And I can already say that the focal length and aperture will record in the EXIF data. But goofing around my house is not a proper test, so I took my new combo out for a street photography walk. As always, the real world use is less demanding than home-based tests. Out in the streets, you focus on subjects in a similar distance. This means that the camera doesn't need to move the lens so much when focusing. So it felt like everything worked even better and I wasn't limited in any way. Then it was time to review the RAW files. I didn't know what to expect because using a Fujifilm lens on a Nikon camera takes away all in-camera corrections, and some lenses rely on this more than others. So it was no surprise that the RAW files looked different than what I'm used to see from Fujifilm cameras. The difference will be down to the way Nikon cameras render colors, which I like very much. All in all, it doesn't look like the Fuji 35 1.4 lens needs any in-camera corrections. The images I've got are sharp and full of detail. I also tried the TT Artisan 27 2.8 for Fuji X, and this lens also worked, including autofocus and aperturing. But I didn't take many photos with this lens. It exists in Z mount as well, so the output will be the same with or without the adapter. Then I tried one of my all-time favorite zoom lenses, the Fujifilm XF 18-55 2.8 to 4.0. This one kind of works, the autofocus is fine, but the camera ignores the aperturing. At least you can change aperture using the on-camera controls. I don't have any other Fuji lenses at the moment, but one viewer called Manuel reached out and shared his experience with this adapter, and this is what he said. I have ordered and received the Boryoza adapter from China. I have tested it and I am happy with the results. I have a Nikon Z7 and Fuji lenses 16, 23, 56, 90 and 70 to 300 mm. I have not had any problem with focusing, image quality or data transmission to the camera with any of the lenses. Only with the 70 to 300, which is very difficult to focus from 200 mm. Thank you, Manuel, for sharing your experience. The Boryoza FXZ adapter works, but not with all Fujifilm lenses in the same way. I will put a link below for a list of all the Fujifilm lenses mentioned in this video and with comments about their performance. Feel free to use it, and if you share your experience with other lenses, I will add them to the list. I will also put a link below for the eBay seller who gave me a 10% discount on the adapter. Message them or make them an offer for $215 and it should be fine. And if you want to know why I loved the Fujifilm 35 1.4 lens so much, click on this video next to find out.